So hello there everyone, and I'm sorry I've not been on because I was away playing golf the last weekend, which was fun, and I was very tired, and now I'm on. So I've been watching, and I thought I'd start with this just to show you what the world's press is like, and how much you're kind of in the headlights like a scared deer or a scared rabbit, and it's not really your fault. So when you see images like that, and what does your subconscious tell you? I mean, I hope everyone can hear me, by the way. I'm just going to switch so I can see the chat. So does that make you feel bullish or bearish of stock markets? And does it make you bullish or bearish of the dollar? You know, so if you want to chat up, put up what in chat, that image, though you may not look at it, when you then read below it, you know, you've got that in your head. It's subconscious. And I'm not saying that that's there because the powers that be are trying to prime you into selling. I'd say it's possible it's there because of that. But it's also possible that all they want you to do is trade in some way. And so in some kind of incendiary, you know, picture like that primes you to be a trader. You want to trade. And that's how they make their money. Anyway, never mind this nonsense. Let's look at Bitcoin. So this is kind of the picture we've been looking at. We've been looking at that as a potential accumulation. And this is the whole thing. I'm saying, don't you love me anymore down here, because we haven't seen this filled in at all. And that does not fill me with bullishness. I think this is all too easy. And I also noticed that it's kind of, I'm going to do some things here. So these I saw as last points of supply for, or I did get the down move, but it wasn't deep. And so I think we haven't had it yet. And what I think is that we will have it. Okay, so let's relabel. I want to regard this. So if I get rid of that and that, it's all kind of one area, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of this. So that's where we are. So even if you think that this is looking spring-like with this area here, I'm really suspicious of it, because we really haven't seen the lower side. There's one thing. We could have a UTAD if it is a mini distribution, as I pointed out, because it was starting to look one. This could easily be a UTAD. And so I'm still not bullish. And additionally, we've got a big point of okay. And we've covered doubled the height, and any of you who've looked at any of our stuff will know that's also significant. It doesn't mean it can't do anything, but we're just starting to build up a case for not. And the case for 4 isn't really borne out necessarily by volume. We've got a bit more volume here, but it's kind of mere average volume. So it's not enough for me. So there you go. There's a very, very short answer. So going back to the answers, Radio Ninja said when I asked the question, where's this picture gone? You know, what does that make you feel? It makes you feel bearish about stock markets, yeah? So personally, I think stock markets rally now, or very soon, and maybe some while, but they rally next rather than fall. So I'm wondering whether that is placed there. Shazam he has a different view. Probably bullish since the dollar is burning. Okay, well, yeah, that is true. And if people don't know, because I also asked the question, you know, well, how does it make you feel about the dollar? So if the dollar does drop, that generally signals a more humane environment for the world's finances. Okay, so they're both saying the same. They're trying to get, this is trying to get FUD, as you say, into us. Okay, and I personally think it's because I think they're aware the market's going to turn up, and if they can just say, can you use the flamey dollar one, what FX Street going to say? They probably pay a lot of money for it. Is it possible to consider yesterday's move as the automatic reaction, given that it would be then from the end of a 3-leg upside correction? Well, you're getting into it too deeply, would be my first thing. The AR is here because it's an immediate reaction to the drop, and that is the automatic reaction. Now let's say if this is accumulation, which it would look like if the volumes were in the right place, it would look like. I'm still thinking it's possible, But as I said, I've already got some, and I'm not. I guess what I'm saying when I say I think it's going down is that I'm not going to be adding to my long. So it's not like I'm a bear. It's just that I don't think it's ready yet, and I can get some cheaper. And if I can't get them cheaper, then it's not worth taking the chance, because I'm not convinced enough by it yet. But if it were to do that, then you're going to kind of see this action here with a bounce off. You can see the indicator is showing us. So if it is to go better, it has to do this and possibly one more and hang here for a while. So we can just watch and learn, and I don't think we're going to miss the boat. Excuse me. If you really think it's going up, and you're feeling it's right, then around here, around 32.50, I guess 30,250, would look like a reasonable point to have that bounce up. Personally, I won't be buying it. Any more who wish to know more about this today? Any more questions on this? So just to recap, I suspect we haven't seen the last of this area. I'm going to make that bigger. It needs to be. And I think there is still, more down than up in it. But I am long, and I'm just saying I'm not adding. This is why I bought some, so that when we got to a stage like this, I wouldn't have to think about it. I'd already decided that a portion of my Bitcoin fund is going in here, and it is in, so I'm fine. I haven't seen any reason to add to it. Right, is there no more questions? We'll call it there. I'll probably be on tomorrow, so I'll see you then. We can talk about other stuff. You can always send me a message either through TradingView or on YouTube or whatever, or just come on the Discord and go in the visitors and just talk about whatever you want. And also you can ask questions or ask me to cover something tomorrow. Now I'm just trying to think what else is there. No, that'll do. Come on to Discord though, and perhaps go and watch this on YouTube, and perhaps subscribe there, because then we get more of a following. And I think it's important that the sensible, sort of level-headed version of TA gets out there, rather than, I'm not dissing all TA, I'm dissing the people who always seem to think something's going to happen. I just want to show you what I mean by that, and this is actually surprised even me, because I thought it would be there, but I didn't realize it would be this big. That's it. Now all of a sudden, while it looks on a really small scale to be a tiny bit like a Wyckoff, now I'm less keen on it, because it really is one whole period of consolidation that we've literally just poked our first head out of for a long time, and it feels more like a UTAD just because of the low volume. Now the low volume will possibly occur, but as it starts to drop, you should see it build up if we're going up. Right, that'll do it. MW loves the Aussie dollar. It's not there yet, mate. It's not there yet. There's a load of stuff on here. I'm just going to delete all that. So even if this was it, we'd be waiting until it came back down here or here. So it's not ready, mate. There you go, Aussie dollar. Alright, I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'll most likely be on.